5 things you need to know about handicapped dating. There are many people interested in handicapped dating, but haven't a clue how to start. While there are niche dating websites that can help you meet people, what comes next? How do you approach someone or ask them out? What are the standards for disabled dating? 1. Forget what you've heard. Misconceptions are going to be the downfall of the entire world. So many great disabled singles have been skipped over, because there's too much work in handicapped dating. Well, what work? What extra work is there to call ahead and check for available parking spaces and entrances for your date in a wheelchair? Is it really extra work to bring your blind date seeing eye dog out? Extra work is only what you make it, and really, you shouldn't be making it about yourself. Disabled singles know how to take care of themselves. You're there as a companion, not a caretaker. Enjoy their company, laugh and smile. That's the whole reason they wanted to go out with you, in the first place. 2. Patience is a virtue. While handicapped dating isn't likely to be extra work, your date may need extra time. If you're the type who likes to be in a rush, you're in the wrong place. Rushing any date is a great way to never get called back. There are some disabilities that make it harder to sit at a restaurant, since management might need to make arrangements. You can prevent this type of waiting game by calling ahead everywhere and letting management know when you're coming in. Then, everything will be nice and ready for your date. But it's not just patience for the physical stuff. Many people with disabilities are cautious about talking, especially about their restrictions. Let your date take their time to get comfortable with you. 3. Superheroes, get out of the way. Don't think for even a second that your disabled date is weaker or less capable of anything. Many people with disabilities could put superheroes to shame. After all, they've had to learn to do all this extra stuff for themselves. At the same time, they are living their life and even making time to go out on dates. That's amazing and far more impressive than your ability to lift however many pounds at the gym. 4. Don't be selfish. As much as your date wants to listen to you talk about that gym awesomeness you've got to give it up every now and then. On any date, listening is just as important as sharing. It's a learning experience, back and forth. It's not a lecture, where you're teaching a date everything about you. You want them to feel engaged in your stories, finding common ground through your interests. This tip goes for all dates, not just handicapped dating. Yet, somehow some people talk more about themselves when dating a disabled person. Likely in an attempt to avoid saying something about the disability, or asking stupid questions. 5. Be yourself. There is nothing worse on any date than someone who is trying too hard. Or too little, really. Yes, you're allowed to be nervous, but don't let those nerves ruin what could be an amazing date. Instead, try and turn nervousness into comedy and get both of you laughing. If you really are nervous about the right or wrong thing to say about the disability, let your date know. That might feel awkward, but it's better than your date thinking you had no interest, because you talk non-stop about yourself. When it comes to handicapped dating, a bad date always ends with the question, was it my disability? So if you're just a nervous mess, let your date know. Not every disability is the same, so some are treated quite different. However, human beings all deserve to be treated to a standard. All dating experiences, including handicapped dating, should meet that standard. Demonstrate your respect by listening to your date and not jumping to conclusions. Demonstrate your understanding by showing patience and be sensitive to the challenges your date might face. Demonstrate your genuine interest by asking questions and truly listening to the answers. Demonstrate your ability to communicate by letting your date know where you are in your head. It's all human compassion. Just use that. Brought to you by disabledsinglesdating.co.uk. Your first choice for disability dating in the UK. Sign up today.